Welcome in, everybody. This is another night of the Arca series for week 3 here. This is your host, Bobby Boy, with your co-host, J-Dog, in the booth here at Richmond with the Arca series tonight. Let's go racing, boys. Are y'all ready for this? I know I'm ready to gear up. What about you, J-Dog?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for Richmond. This is going to be a really interesting track tonight. Let's see how these boys actually handle this track.
Yes, sir. It was a little bit slippery earlier on in the week, but as the weather changes on the track and the heat and the temperatures, tire wear, you never know where it's going to go. The cars might get a little more grip tonight than normal, and hopefully that's the case. But it sounds like it's going to be a fun race tonight.
I really think so. It's definitely going to be a great race for these guys tonight. I wish them all luck.
As we're finishing up our qualifying here, everybody, we're getting everybody lined up here as we get ready to start and rock and roll. So tell me, fans, who y'all are rooting for out there. We got Debbie out there in the comments. She's rooting for number 14 tonight. We got Billy in the chat. He says he's ready to go. He's ready to race. Who are y'all rooting for out there? Love watching. That's awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Please don't forget to subscribe so y'all don't miss out on any future heart-to-heart motorsports content, guys. Bringing races to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, we got Crystal Gordon in the chat as well, saying let's go 14. And happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Let's just take that and put that on there. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone.
I hope they got those grills fired up for this weekend, for the Memorial Weekend. Please enjoy. And we know if the weather, depending on the weather where you're at, please enjoy where you're at. And please be safe this Memorial Weekend.
All right, everybody, now all the cars are getting ready to line up. That's going to be Peyton Barfield in that P1 position, with Chris Robert's going to end up in P2. All right, that's going to put Andrew in that P3 spot of the 31 and Rusty Robinson in the number 5 in P4. Billy Milner's going to end up in P5 against Dan Colson in P6. That's going to be Javier Zapta in P7 and Dwayne Pruitt in P8. Sky Cazenave is going to take up that 9th place spot against Bobby Joe Lane in P10. That's going to be Bud Light Mike, everybody, in P11. And we're going to have Zach Sandlin in P12. That's going to put Greg Langford in P13, everybody, against Benny Jones in P14. And that's going to put our LMR in P15 against Steve Harrison in P16. That's going to put Ryan Perone in P17 against William Martin in P18. All right, and they're rolling off, everybody. Jet Power says, woo, 57, let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go racing, boys. Who's ready? Y'all ready?
Tell you what, we do got a strong field tonight.
Yes, we do. It's a big field, and it looks like it's going to be some fun racing here, y'all.
Bobby boy, what do you think? What do you think is going through these drivers' minds right out now?
I think just making it through the first few laps, you know, trying to hold on to that car, because it's definitely going to be slick on them first few laps. They're going to have to give them tires time to warm up, you know.
Pace car's off. Boogity boogity boys, let's go racing in Richmond.
Peyton going to get the good run there on the start with Chris Roberts breaking in second, everybody.
Coming pretty good out of the 3 and 4 right now. Whoa, got one going around, 47. Bud Light Mike in the back. He's alright, keep it green. Ooh, got another one, 14 going around. Oh.
That's going to give us the first caution of the night. Let's see if we can go take a look at that. Looks like it's going to be Dwayne Pruitt of the 14, everybody. It's just going to get a little loose there. Why it switched back? Don't know why it did that, but all right. Definitely going to give that car some aero damage there. He's got a lot of damage there in the back of that car. But he has one fast repair. He should be able to get that fixed and get back on the track.
You're not kidding about that rear end being gone on that car.
Just so you know, Dwayne, you got Tony out here saying shake and bake, shake and bake.
From the looks of things tonight, it's definitely going to be a fun race.
All right, as we get ready to go green again and the pace car go in. And the pace car's in.
There we go, back to green.
Peyton gonna get another excellent start there.
See how they do when you come around 3 and 4.
Dan Collison gonna get in the back of that 03 just a little bit and get a little loose.
Phil, to me, is looking pretty good out here at Richmond. See some pretty close battles going on around here.
This is going to be Billy right here in this 03. I don't know why he has a 03 there, but that's going to be Billy Milner, y'all, in this blue car right here. Look at Scott Cazenave there, y'all, in that Memorial Day special ride there. That is a beautiful car there, y'all. Beautiful car. Let's take a ride along with Dan here behind him. See what it looks like inside of a car, y'all. Check it out.
Tell you what, it's pretty nice sitting here in the cockpit of the car.
Peyton Barfield still your race leader, with Chris Roberge not too far behind, just hanging out with Andrew back in P3, only a second behind from the leader.
Tell you wait, this race is starting to look really good. I saw Dan get a little loose over between 3 and 4.
Oh, Scott Cazenave is on his side right now. That's going to be another caution right now.
Got Ringer out a second caution of this race.
Let's see if we could go back and take a look at that, y'all, while we caught that. That's going to be Billy Milner, y'all, in the blue 03 against Scott Cazenave, y'all, in the red, white, and blue. Beautiful car there, beautiful car. It didn't look like it hurt him too bad. He should be all right. Hopefully it didn't give him too much aero damage. Maybe get a set of tires and drive on.
This car looks good to me. He had no damage. Pit road getting busy.
Yes, sir. Got a lot of cars coming into pit road here. The 02 of Lane, everybody. In that Bass Tire Chevrolet.
To me, it'd be a perfect time to come in and get gas and tires right about now. At least now they got these couple cautions out of the way. You think there's going to be some really good green flag racing? We'll just have to see what happens.
Still a lot of laps to go here at Richmond.
car's off.
And we're green. Andrew with the 31 now looking at the inside of Robers for that second place position. Can he pull it off? Rusty Robinson behind pushing.
Field looking good coming out of the fork.
Good little battles going on across the field right now, everybody.
Just battle between 5th and 4th right there. Coming out of the back straightaway. Caution's out.
Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here. Not exactly sure. It was showing Rusty Robinson here, but it doesn't look like that was the case. Guess our stream just wants to be a little goofy tonight. It always happens. Something. But anyways, it'll be all right. Oh, well. Doesn't look like anybody's in trouble. Looks like we got a few good cars here. All right, everybody, as we're here under caution, everybody, we're going to step away for a minute and take a commercial break and thank all of our sponsors here with Heart to Heart.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
All right, everybody, and we're back. We're back getting ready to go green flag here on lap 30 of Richmond with Heart to Heart Motorsports in the Arca Series.
Green flag. Peyton had a pretty good start right there and coming out of 1 and 2.
One of Andrew now looking at the inside of Will Burrs for that second place position, everybody.
Got a good battle between Chris Robers and front straightaway. Let's see what happens. Get it tight back there and back straight away.
Oh, and the 02 is going to get into the back of Billy there, and Billy's going to get a little free.
It seems like the traffic's a little thick on some of these guys out here on this track. Tell you what, when these cars zoom out this cameraman, it sounds pretty good.
Lots of little battles going on across this field right now, all over this track.
Really good battles.
Brian Perone's going to get free. He's going to spin around. iRacing doesn't throw cautions off for single car incidents unless the car is completely stopped below the line.
Those tires being hot, man, he just squiggled away, so hopefully he takes off before these leaders come around. And this Peyton is still your team leader right now.
Peyton Barfield now holding that 1 second gap against Roe Bird.
Far be easy.
Sorry about that, guys.
Ron better watch his back here, cause here comes the leaders.
Still a lot of things that can happen here, you know. A lot of things in play. And well, we got a huge battle going on here back in this 5th place area, everybody. Huge field we got going on back here. All you Dwayne Pruitt fans out there, he's now worked his way back up to that P12 position after getting a little loose and free earlier. He's definitely making his way back up the field.
Pate's got a good second lead against Chris Birds right about now. If I was him, I'll be consuming my tires right about now.
now as the leader's catching up to this lap traffic.
Looks like he was that easy letting him pass right there in the low line. That's one way to make it sure you get through lap traffic.
That definitely can help out Roe Burrs in that P2 position, you know, to be able to get a little bit of draft off of Ryan and pull him closer to that leader.
And that's true, and you knock down that second.
Still a lot of battles going on here in the back, y'all, with the 02 and the 31 of Andrew. And Alan Marr. We got Javier back here in the 24 with Rusty Robinson. All these guys in the pack back here just battling it out.
It's not even halfway through the race yet. I'll be saving my tires right about now. Bobby Boy, this field looks pretty good out here to me. What do you think so far?
Yes, sir. I think they're putting on a great race here so far. It's been very good to watch. Very good to watch.
Like you said, there's little battles going on all over this track right about now.
Burrs is catching up to the tail end of this leader. They're getting ready to catch up to Billy Milner, everybody.
I just seen the 57 just scrape the wall on the back straightaway. He's sitting in the pits right about now.
Tina Lane said, here comes the 02. The 02 currently running in that 4th place spot.
Baz Tire car looks pretty good out there.
Joe Burrs of the 98 in the monster car now going to be our leader, everybody. Bobby Joe Lane still trying to make his way up here to these leaders now with a 5-second deficit.
Javier is looking pretty good out here at Richmond.
That 02 is moving fast. He just took over P2. Hayden Barfield went into the pits and went and got those tires. So we'll see where it puts him here, where he'll end up here in the long run. Did he pit too early or, will it play in his factor?
Tell you what, you definitely gonna have a good pit strategy when you come out here at Richmond.
So looks like we're going to get a few cars coming into pit now to get those tires.
Christopher Burrs looked pretty good in that P1 spot. Fast tire car looks pretty good out there. Going into turn 1. And Alomar right behind him there. Coming out of 4th.
Alan Moore right there behind that 02. He is actually currently battling for that second place position.
Looking pretty good so far. Let's see how this turn events turn out. going green so far. Let's see how it goes. As Chris Roberts is looking good and pretty up there in the front spot.
There's Roberts now trying to make his way around this lap traffic. He's starting to get into the field here. Right now, making his way around Billy Milner, y'all, in that blue Chevrolet. Or wait, oh, that's a Ford. My bad. Whoops. I don't know how you mistake a Ford and a Chevy, right? That's horrible things. That's horrible.
Chris Roberts right now has got Billy Jones getting ready to pass him. Chris Roberts now is starting to make his way through his field.
Yeah, Chris Roberts is still not pitted yet. So there is a chance, you know, that he is going to run this thing till that gas is very, very, very low.
Might as well be pushing that thing to the pit road by the time he gets done.
Tina Lane said, we need a caution. We need to see this door banging side by side. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Let's go.
I think he hears Bobby Joe in the other room saying, screaming and carrying on and saying, we need one. We need a caution.
Looks like it's going to be your top 5 is the only ones that haven't pitted yet.
Let's see how long they'll last. We got 35 laps to go in this race. Let's see what turns out. Chris Ropers is looking pretty good out here in this field.
Alamar looking to get that lap back. Dan Colson here in the number 12, y'all. He's currently running third place position and only 12 seconds behind the leader.
That's not too bad, being 12 seconds behind the leader.
Javier giving him a good battle here for that third place spot. Javier now looking at that inside lane, and he's going to make his way around as Alan Marr pushes to the inside.
We have a caution right about now, but like Mike will actually be the lucky dog. Unless he actually being involved in an accident, hopefully he won't be. He will be the lucky dog.
Looks like we're going to get a few others here on the lead lap here to go ahead and get those tires with 26 to go. That's going to leave lane of the 02 and Chris Roberge, the only cars that haven't pitted. But Peyton Barfield is now looking to make his way back around the 02 here and work on gaining to get his lap back. The question is, J-Dog, are they waiting too late in the game to get these tires and this fuel? You know, is this going to hurt them with the way the field is spread out, or is this going to benefit them? You know, because you look into the end of the race, you can hope for a caution with this many laps to go and make your way up through this field again. So do you try to hope and wait that a caution comes out, or do you go pit now and hope that a caution doesn't come out while you're pitting?
I would actually take it and actually go get the tires and get ready for this last 20 laps and see what we could go from happens here and now.
Chris Roberge, your race leader, now is going to go in the pits and get his tires.
Bobby boy, I tell you what, I'll be getting ready for this three-gun shutout right about now. I'll be going in and get my fresh set of tires and a fresh tank of gas and get ready to go. And as Bobby Joe looks pretty good out there at the best tire.
Speaking of Bass Tire, let's give a big shout out to all of our sponsors out there, y'all, tonight. C&L Carpet, y'all, one of our main series sponsors here with Heart to Heart. Much love to Greg Langford for all that he does for this league, everybody. Allen Tillery Auto, Buick GMC, y'all, let's show them some love as well. They have sponsored Heart to Heart for quite a few seasons, everybody. Buchanan Resort and Rusty Robinson, much love to them and everything they do for this league as well. And most of all, y'all, let's not forget Bass Tire, everybody, with 02 here. You got to show them some love. With Aaron Lane and them over in Nashville, Tennessee, make sure you go check them out if you need anything done with your vehicle.
Off of Nolanville Road, Bob the Zoo.
The O2 is going to have to look at some consequences here if he doesn't pit soon. You know, them tires are starting to wear out, and these guys are starting to get their laps back. You know, the question is, Benny Jones currently is only 1 second behind second place here, y'all. Bud Light Mike now currently running that second place spot, everybody, and he is only right at 18 seconds behind the leader right now. So if he needs to pit, it's probably going to be a good call to pit with 16 laps to go.
I love Bud Light Mike's car, man. It's pretty good. Makes me want to get a good cold one for this Memorial Day weekend.
All right, everybody, as we're at 15 laps to go here with Heart to Heart Motorsports, everybody, we're going to step away again for another quick commercial break from all of our sponsors, and we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
All right, and we're back, everybody, with the O2 of Lane still leading this race. That's going to put Bud Light Mike in second place, with Peyton Barfield going to be in that P3 position, with Benny Jones in P4 and Chris Roberge in fifth.
9 laps to go. Let's see what Bobby Joe can hold on to this lead until the very end of this race.
Austin in the chat. What's going on, Austin? Hope you're doing well, brother, while you're away. Your family's in my thoughts and prayers, brother. As always, Heart to Heart always has love for you. Heart to Heart. Austin Cornpost is one of our drivers, everybody. We'll show him some love there in the comments, y'all. Much love. To all of you, please don't forget to subscribe to watch any of our future races on Sundays, everybody, at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lane is still currently leading this race with 5 laps to go, everybody, against second, 19-second deficit gap.
It's been an interesting race so far.
You know, this had a lot to do with tire wear, consistency, and definitely fuel strategy. Fuel strategy played the biggest part.
More or less pit strategy as the 57 on the back straightaway went around.
Sir, 57 is going to be in the wall there. Did that bring out a caution?
That brings out number 3 of our cautions.
That's something the 02 didn't want right there. You know that's something he didn't want. The question is, does he go in now with just these few laps left, get some fresh tires, and do what he can within the 5 laps? Or does he stay out here and try to risk it and hold on to it?
If I was Bobby Joe, I would stay out here and try to risk it in this first green-white checker. Let's see what happens when they get ready to go back to green flag racing. I actually may go in.
There, it looks like we're going to have the 02 coming into pit road here. We're going to have Andrew coming in. We're going to have Rusty Robinson coming in. We're going to have a bunch of these guys coming in right now. Peyton Barfield. A lot of these front row guys going to come in and get those fresh tires. You're going to see a lot of these guys that was that lap down just make that extra lap so they can get back on that lead lap. I'll tell you what, it's been a great finish. Great race so far.
I'll be going in to get some fresh tires and everything for this last 3 laps to go. Green white, the first green white checker. Let's see what happens.
I believe Lane only took 2 tires there. So, you know, if that's going to help or if it's going to hurt.
For this first green white checker, we're going to have at least 7 on the lead lap.
Chris Roberge is going to be a race leader on this restart with Lane of the 02 in that second place spot. Now let's hope these guys know this is the green-white checkered restart, so hope they don't step on it too hard and just spin out of control. Hopefully they'll gain composure and get going.
Especially with those fresh tires. Be getting ready for this restart.
Pace truck's in.
Green flag!
Roberge with a good run on the inside lane against Lane. 45 of Peyton Barfield now looking for that second place position against Lane of the 02. Good battle going on here on this start. Great battle. Peyton in the 02 here. Definitely battling it out now. The 02 now to the inside of the 44. Oh, and 02 is spinning. The 02 is spinning. Oh, there's no caution because it's the white flag. The 02 is going to lose control of it. The 2 tires did not work out, unfortunately. Man, that sucks, you know. But he had a good run. He had a great race. He put on a good run, everybody.
Chris Ropers as your race winner.
So your race winner is going to be the 98 of Chris Ropers, everybody. Yeah, 2 tires just didn't work out.
That was still a good race.
And here's your race results, everybody. That's going to be Chris Ropers in that first place position, everybody. Against Peyton Barfield in that second place position, with Bud Light Mike is going to finish P3.
All the drivers put on a good show today.
Yes, it definitely was action-packed. It was very fun to enjoy. I really enjoyed this race. I really thought it turned out very good, you know. Unfortunate for Lane there on that last lap, but, you know, stuff happens. So we'll wait for these guys to get into our waiting room here, the top 3, and we'll give them some interviews and see how the race went. Chris Ropers, do you got a copy, Chris? Chris Ropers, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Man, congratulations on that finish. I believe that O2, he took one set of tires there, you know, and that kind of hurt him there. It looks like he lost control of it there, and you was able to gain that win, you know. So congratulations on that. Y'all was definitely putting on a good race there at the end. Good battle. Strategy definitely came into play when it come to fuel strategy and tire strategy here. How you feel?
Doing great. Yeah, I was having a good battle with the 44 car here. Him and I were getting there, just trying to ease off. They go easy with the tires, so I could buy them. I did got way ahead of them. Time drew whatever, just crossed my fingers there was a caution, but there wasn't, so I decided to go in. Just to all 4 tires, warm them up to just before I get out of the pits to just so I could get a good grip and just kept going. And then lucky the yellow came out, and I didn't know that I got the oldest tires than everybody else, but I held on. The 44, he was coming, but I hold him off and I got the win.
Well, congratulations on your win here at Richmond tonight for 130 laps. It definitely was an amazing race between all of you guys. Definitely a lot of action going on throughout the whole field tonight. You want to go ahead and give them shout outs?
Yeah, big shout outs to Heart to Heart guys here for putting this league up. Heart to Heart broadcast here, putting a good show for us. So to show our families and friends and everybody else. And everybody else that hopefully probably watch. My wife, of course, my godson, Frank, he's 2 years old. A big thanks for everybody for coming watching us. It's really good. Appreciate of it.
Awesome. Much love to you, Chris. Great to see you in the booth this week, and hope to catch you next week.
Oh, so I think I got a bigger race coming up next weekend, so you might not see me once in a while, but I will be in once in a while just to have fun with racing with you guys.
Yes, sir. We'll have a good time and good luck.
Thank you.
It doesn't look like we have Peyton Barfield in the Discord to give him his P2 interview, so we'll go ahead and pull Bud Light Mike down here and talk to P3. Bud Light Mike, do you got a copy, Bud Light?
10-4.
Yes, sir, man. You just kind of held it consistent throughout the whole race, stayed steady and just hanged out in your spot there, and came out with a good pit strategy there and ended up with a P3. How you feel?
Man, I didn't really have anything there. I just tried to keep the back tires from burning, and I had a new shifter. I figured that's where I'd screw up, but I didn't miss no gears. All good.
Sir, you definitely did, and you looked smooth out there. You looked very consistent. J-Dog was saying that on early in the race. He said, man, Bud Light is looking strong. So congrats to you on that P3 finish. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just everybody for letting me play with you guys. I really like these Arca cars. They seem to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. They're definitely a challenge, but they're definitely fun in the same sense. This is just like real racing, and I try to explain that to all of the viewers out there. You have to think about your fuel. You have to think about your tires, and you try to drive it to where you're not driving the wheels off of it to where you lose control.
Right. I didn't have any speed. I spun out on like lap 2 in the grass. I didn't think I had a crack at anything, but kind of got it going.
Well, awesome job by you, and I appreciate you coming into the booth and talking to me and J-Dog. As always, it's a pleasure to see any of you guys in that top 3 podium position, and congrats on your P3.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. All right, everybody, that's going to leave Peyton Barfield as our P2 finisher. It doesn't look like he's coming into the Discord. He must not want his interview tonight, but I understand completely. But if you're hearing out there, good job, Peyton. Great job on that P2 finish. Great race early on. You was leading some laps there, and you made your way back up to the front. So good job on that finish, and hope you have a wonderful night. I tell you what, I do want to pull one more person down here. I got to pull that O2 of Lane down here and ask him what happened there. Mr. Lane, you got a copy?
Yes.
I had to pull you down here. I know you didn't, get that P3 finish, but, I have to ask you, did you take 2 tires on that last pit stop?
No, I took 4. I actually shouldn't have even pitted. Should have just stayed out on them old tires and just tried to get the jump, and maybe would have got a top 3 out of it, but the caution killed me. I had 1 lap to the good on fuel. I had them all. I had the whole field lap down.
Yes, you did. You was running very smooth and consistent. You looked very great. I was thinking coming out of that caution, you was going to be able to at least pull it off because you was looking good there for a minute, but tires got the best of you.
Well, these cars on the first 5 laps, these tires are slick, and so when I come in and got tires, if we would have had 10 laps to go, it probably would have prevailed for me, but I don't know. I lost race last week because I didn't pit, and then I lost one this week because I did. So it is what it is. We'll get one.
Most definitely. It'll come around. Most definitely. It will come around to you. You will make it, I have faith in you. Seen you do a lot of good racing and a lot of good battling with you this season so far. So can't wait to see what you do here in the future and grab that podium. But I hope you
try.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right, everybody. That's going to be all of our interviews. It doesn't look like we're going to get Peyton come in still. But I hope you all having a wonderful and amazing night, y'all. Happy Memorial Day weekend from all of us here at Heart to Heart. Me and J-Dog just want to thank you personally, y'all, for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to catch us every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love to all of the fans out there. We appreciate you all. J-Dog, would you like to close us off?
Yes, sir, I will. Please come back and see us at Texas. And please enjoy your Memorial and have a good Memorial and a safe weekend. Thank you.